Hi, I'm Donna Cavender, and welcome to the first edition of Inside Delaware. We want to show everyone what Delaware has to offer, and what better way to start it off than here at the Central Delaware Chamber of Commerce Expo. And here with me is Judy Diogo, and you are
the president for the Central Delaware Chamber of Commerce.
All right, great. So what exactly is going on here today?
Okay, we call this our trifecta of events.
Wow.
We have a Sunset Business Mixer, a member-to-member expo, and we will be announcing who is our new honorary mayor for 2015-2016.
And what does the honorary mayor get to do?
The honorary mayor gets to be in the Dover Days Parade. They come to all the chamber events, and they help us with all the ribbon cuttings, and they get about $20,000 worth of marketing through the year.
Wow, okay, so who qualifies for that?
We actually have candidates who run. They turn in an application to be a candidate as honorary mayor. They have their campaign, which starts in February and ends today.
Oh, okay. So somebody's going to be very happy.
Somebody is going to be very happy in about an hour.
Okay. Well, the Central Delaware Chamber of Commerce, now you said, of course, that's Central Delaware. So where exactly does that cover?
We basically cover from Smyrna all the way down to Milford.
Oh, okay. And any business or corporation or even a nonprofit entity can be a member of the chamber?
Yes, actually, even individuals can be members, because we have a lot of folks who have retired and they still want to stay connected to the community in some way and be connected to businesses, so we even have individual memberships.
All right, so let's talk about the benefits of being a member of the Central Delaware Chamber of Commerce. What kind of benefits can we expect if we become a member?
Well, there are connections to the community, connections to potential clients. We do a lot of marketing throughout the course of the year. We have 72 different events. We have a huge legislative presence. We also do a lot of educational programs. We have a Leadership Central Delaware program that runs 10 months through the year.
All right.
And we also happen to be the only accredited chamber in the state, and we are a 5-star accredited chamber by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce.
And how long has the chamber been in existence?
Since 1918.
Oh my goodness, well there you go. Reasons to be a part of the Central Delaware Chamber of Commerce here at this wonderful event. Judy, thank you very much.
Thank you for having us, and please come back and join us again.
Well, we're here now at the Habitat for Humanity table, and I'm here with Allison. Good evening, Allison, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. You have a wonderful booth here and talking all about Habitat for Humanity. Now, I know that Habitat is a worldwide entity, and what area do you cover here?
We serve Kent County, Delaware.
Okay, and do you have any projects that are currently going on right now?
Yes, we are finishing construction on several homes in the Frederica area,
Okay.
and we're beginning construction on several homes in the Dover area.
Oh, that's wonderful. How many homes do you usually do over the course of a year?
This year we're shooting for 8 homes.
Wow, and what's the average amount of time that it takes for you to complete a home from start to finish?
It depends. I would say over the course of several months we can finish a home.
Okay, great. Now, if someone thinks that they might qualify for a Habitat for Humanity house, what kind of process do they have to go through?
I would encourage them to contact our affiliate office. The pre-application is a form that they can complete, and that is a great first step.
All right, great. And any qualifications at all that people need to know about before they start the process?
Absolutely. There are a lot of different ways to qualify for a Habitat home. One thing that we need to see is you have to demonstrate a need. You have to be willing to partner with our organization to purchase your home and be involved in every stage from construction to finishing to paying for the mortgage. And there are several other qualifying factors as well.
Okay, great. I have to say that I've been involved in a number of different Habitat builds over the years, and it's so much fun and very rewarding. And I have known that the owners of the future owner of the house, they have to put in I think it's called sweat equity, right?
That is correct. Every adult in the family is required to contribute a certain number of hours, either helping on the construction site, serving in the restore, or helping our office in some other capacity. So in this way, they're literally partnering with us to build and obtain their home.
That's great. And of course it gives them, because they put the sweat equity into it, it's really their home too.
Absolutely. We work very hard to enable and empower our homeowners in that pursuit of homeownership.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Allison, for all the information. Now, if somebody wants to contact you to possibly maybe help on a build or to try to qualify for a house, what should they do?
I would encourage them to visit our website at www.centraldelawarehabitat.org, or they can contact our affiliate office at 302-526-2366.
All right. Wonderful information, Allison. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Okay. And we're moving around the room, making our way around to find and talk to a lot of other folks. And right now we're talking to Rachel. And Rachel, you have a supply. Tell me exactly what you have here.
Super Eagle Supply, we're a division of Blind Industries and Services of Maryland.
Okay, so you service the blind community.
We create employment opportunities for visually impaired and blind.
Oh, I see. So the blind folks stop and they are employed by your company.
Yes.
Okay, and what kind of products do you have here?
We have office supplies, janitorial supplies, furniture and food service. All the orders through Super Eagle Supply helps out create employment opportunities for blind industries.
Okay, great. And so how many people are involved in this? How many people do you have employed?
We have over 500 employees.
Wow, and is this just for the state of Delaware?
No, it's Maryland, North Carolina, and Kentucky.
All right, and so this is the local chapter, I guess it would be.
Yes, we've got a store on the Dover Air Force Base.
Okay, all right. And what kind of other products do you have here?
Any type of office supplies and janitorial supplies we can help you with.
Okay, that's wonderful. Okay, and if someone would like to be employed, if they have a vision disability and they would like to be employed by your company, how would they go about doing that?
They would research it at www.bism.org.
Okay, spell that for them.
BISM.org.
Okay.
But for ordering, it's at supereaglesupply.com.
All right, so if you want to order the products, just go to that website. If you want to work, then you go to the other one. Okay, great. Rachel, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Very informative. And we're here at another great booth here at the Expo. I'm here with the booth for the Arc of Delaware. Now I have to say, I'm here with Carol and Mary, and I've not heard of the Arc of Delaware before. So let me know about what is the Arc of Delaware.
We are a private nonprofit state chapter of a national organization, a United Way organization, and we serve people with intellectual disabilities from birth to death.
That's wonderful.
Everywhere.
Wonderful.
And we cover the whole state.
Oh, the whole state. Okay. And you utilize volunteers for this.
Very much so.
And that's where Mary comes in. Hi, Mary.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very fine, thank you. Now, what can the volunteers do to help the Arc of Delaware?
We have all sorts of positions available. I am our board of directors is all volunteer, and I'm vice president for the state board, and I'm here in the Mid-Del area is where I live. I have a daughter, 34-year-old daughter with Down syndrome.
Okay.
That's how I got involved. I will give a little plug for our fundraiser for down here. I'm chairman of the ARC's 5K Run, Walk, and Roll, which will go off on May 2nd at Wild Quail Country Club in Camden, Wyoming, and this is our 15th annual. The ARC has been in existence, though, for 62 years.
Wow, that's great. And so a 5K, that's easy. Anybody can get involved with that, right?
5K, but it's also a 1 mile, and it's walk and roll. So those with wheelchairs, the majority of the course is on paved surface.
Okay.
So wheelchairs are certainly welcome to participate. There's also a kiddie run that goes off. It starts at 9 o'clock at Wild Quail. Registration is at 8. You could call the ARC office at 736-6140.
So do they have to pre-register, or can they come that morning?
You can register the day of.
Okay, great. All right, wonderful. That's wonderful. Now, how would people get involved if they think they need your services?
They would call the 736-6140, and if I'm in the office that day, surprisingly, we would take the call. But we do have a part-time office administrator, and we find out what the problem is and help in any way we can.
Okay, and what are the ways that you do help? What are the different things that you do?
If a person gets a letter from Social Security and they're not clear on what it's telling them they need to do,
Okay.
A lot of our clients receive Social Security through supplemental security income, and I can help them explain that. If they have a child in school and they're not happy with how the individualized education plan is being carried out or created, we will help them, be there with them at the school to talk to officials. We support people in the community to help them stay in the community.
Okay.
If they live in, if they have rent or they're trying to buy a home, whatever it is. Our main goal is to help people be as independent as possible. So basically whatever it takes.
So you help them through the day-to-day process, and if something is confusing with them, you help them make it through that particular maybe bump in the road for them.
Yes, I sometimes feel like an interpreter. Make sure that the typical person understands what the our client's concern is, and then make sure the client understands what the response is and what they should do.
Awesome. Now, how many people are you affecting right now?
Oh my, if you include our recreation program, I'd say you have to say thousands. We cover the whole state.
Okay.
So I cover Kent and Sussex, so I have about 30 people I regularly deal with, and then there are other people that maybe call me once a year.
Okay.
But we have dances here at the Cheswold Fire Hall 9 times a year, and we have 250 to 300 people. We have 2 movie nights, we have a picnic.
Oh my goodness.
And there's also dances held upstate.
Okay, great. So you do a lot of things to help these folks. Now, once again, Mary, why don't you tell the folks if they think that they need your services, how do they contact you?
Contact the Arc of Delaware at 736-6140. That's the Mid-Del office of the Arc.
All right, that's the number. Carol, thank you. Mary, thank you very much. Now we know all about the Arc of Delaware. And we're making our way around the room. We've stopped at another great booth. This is the Rotary Club, and with me here is Lee Thompson. Hi, Lee.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thanks for talking with us. Tell us a little bit about the Rotary. I've heard about the Rotary all my life, but I've never been actually involved in it. So tell me what it's all about.
Rotary is a great organization. Its motto is service above self. There's a lot of good community members, local community leaders that join our group. We meet over at Mapledale Country Club for lunch at noon every Thursday. If you're interested in learning more about Rotary, come on out and join us for a free lunch. But we do a lot of good projects around the community each year.
And this is the Capital Rotary, is that right?
Capital City Rotary Club, yes ma'am.
Okay.
Yep. Been around for 30 years in Delaware, so pretty big.
Yeah.
Some of the big programs we do each year is we have here, it's called Flags for Heroes.
Oh, wonderful, okay. And we have information here?
Yes ma'am. So the Flags for Hero project, we ask for donations of $50. And what that does is you get your name in the paper and you get to name who you think your hero is. It could be your mom, your dad, someone in the military, whoever in your life is your hero. And we'll print that person's name along with yours in a full-page ad, and we put that flag up on Memorial Day weekend at the corner of Route 1 in Salisbury at Del Tech Terry campus. Last year we had 300 flags. It was very impressive, very emotional because of the weekend. A lot of people would just stop and take pictures. It was a great, great thing. And we take these donations and we don't make any money on it. What we do is we give back. And then in October, we do what's called a Military Appreciation Day, where we go to Dover Downs and we sponsor a whole day of events for everybody in the military at their event. So we'll have bounce the houses, we'll have Chick-fil-A come in with a cow, they'll have a ton of food, hot dogs, hamburgers. We had a singer last year, we had someone painting faces for the kids. You name it. Dover High had their marching band come out. Del Tech had their culinary arts program come out and actually cook for us.
Okay.
It was all day. It's from 10 o'clock a.m. until 4 o'clock p.m. And we must have fed over 500 military personnel and families on site. So it's just one of a couple of events that we do. We do a ton of this stuff all year round. And it's really a fun time. You come to our group and you have lunch. It's from 12 until 1:15 every Thursday. You don't have to attend every meeting, but when you can, it's great. And again, you're meeting a lot of community members that you probably already know. Rub elbows with people that you maybe not get to talk to on a normal basis.
Okay, so how many members do you have in the Capital Rotary?
Currently we have 61 members. We have plans to get to 75 this year. one of the reasons why we're here today at the Chamber of Commerce is we're not just trying to sell flags, we're also trying to recruit new members.
Okay, so as far as the flags are concerned, if somebody goes, oh, I would like to do that, are they still able to do that, and how do they do that?
Absolutely. They can contact our group. Cell phone number is 302-528-1865. Ask for me, Lee Thompson. I'm president-elect coming in this year in July, so it's 2015-2016 president. So this will be a big initiative during my term in my group to make sure that our Dover Air Force Base program goes off without a hitch, and we have plenty of funding for it.
Okay, great. Now tell us one more time when the flags, all of the flags go up. What's that date?
That is Memorial Day weekend. So you'll see it up. You'll see that in the paper on that Tuesday and Thursday, and again that Saturday. So from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, you're going to see the flags at Deltech Memorial Day weekend.
All right, that's wonderful. A great cause, Lee. Thank you very much for talking with us today.
Thank you.
Hi, we continue to walk around and meet fascinating people here, and I'm at the Delaware State News booth with Heather Krieger and Tom Bird, and thank you very much for talking to us. Delaware State News, it kind of says it all. It's all about the state of Delaware and what's going on.
It is, and we're really excited. This week we have launched our website, a new website for the Delaware State News. It's DelawareStateNews.net, and is a great place for people to visit, get some snippets of the news, and get updates throughout the day on news. So a lot of people were watching it last night as the election results were coming in for the Dover's mayoral election as well as city council. So that was really exciting that we launched that just in time for the election.
That's wonderful. Now it's the Delaware State News, but it is very community minded, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. We're all about this area as a community newspaper. One thing I'd follow up on Heather's comments too with our new website is that it's mobile friendly, mobile responsive, which increasingly that's how more people are accessing their information. So when they click on that and they can read our pages in a mobile friendly way. So that's an important part of it as well. But the other thing about the community for the Delaware State News is that we are heavily involved in lots of community events. So I'm new to the company. Heather's been here how many years?
22 years.
22 years. I've been here since summer. I've worked for the same company for 12 years, running our Florida group.
Okay.
But I've been so impressed to see what Heather and her team have done here. Just happy to be part of it.
That's great. Wonderful. That's great. And so there are so many things that are incorporated in the Delaware State News. What is one of the things that's most popular that your readers say, oh, I just really love that part?
I think that, beyond the day-to-day coverage of the newspaper, people like to see their events, their friends, their families, and things like that covered in the newspaper. So, we find that that's really important, is that people want to know, what's going on with their family and friends. So they look for our photos in the out and about section, where there have been events happening. We've taken photos of people, or maybe they've even submitted photos of an event that we weren't able to attend because unfortunately we can't be everywhere. We try to be. But so I think that's an important part. They like to see their kids. They like the local sports. The coverage that they get in the Delaware State News, for Kent County particularly, they're not going to get anywhere else. People say, oh my gosh, can't you get that online? You really can't. You can't get local news like this online unless you're going to DelawareStateNews.net, of course. But you're not going to see it anywhere else. So.
Right. People like to relate to something that's in their life and that they can relate to.
Absolutely.
All right. And I see that the theme of the table here is kind of like a racing theme, right?
Yes, we're promoting today our Outside the Oval section, which is something that we do in conjunction with Dover International Speedway for the race when they're here in town. So we've got opportunities for local businesses to promote what they're doing during the race time, in addition to giving the fans some information about what they can do in Dover and Kent County when maybe they're not watching the races. Okay. So we've got that going on, and we're giving away some tickets to the race.
Now that's going to be very popular.
Absolutely.
Right, okay. So not only do you have the Delaware State News in the paper form, but as I understand, the website and also social media as well?
That's an important part of it for us, staying engaged with our readers. I think our current followers, I think it's over 9,000 right now.
Wow.
Facebook for the Delaware State News.
Okay.
So that's an important part of how we reach people. I think our audience, probably is larger than it's ever has been. When you take the digital, the social media, and the print. So that's an exciting thing for us.
Yeah, the digital part of it is really very important.
Right, it is. One of the things too that we're offering with our new website is an e-newsletter, which people can sign up for. It's free, and when you get the e-newsletter, you can select, do you want to be notified when there's breaking news, or notified of headlines, or even sports headlines, and you get an email whenever, in the morning, about what the headlines are that are in the news for the day, or also if there's some sort of breaking news, you'll get notified too by email. So again, it's really helping people stay connected with their local community and the news that's going on.
So they're getting the news almost as fast as you guys are.
Absolutely, as fast as we are.
All right, with Tom and with Heather. Heather, one more time, that brand new website?
It's DelawareStateNews.net.
All right, thank you. Here at the Delaware State News booth, I'm Donna Cavender. We're having a great time tonight. Well, we have had a great time walking around, meeting some fascinating people, Tim, and just doing a great, these people are doing great works and all kinds of things.
Well, I want to thank you because, we need personalities down here in the Dover area that people recognize, and Donna Cavender's been one that, WDSD for many years, right. WJBR, Willie Farms, now you're a star there. So, I really appreciate you coming out. I'm looking forward to Inside Delaware, and you cover museums, some of the things
we're
going to
cover a lot of really interesting places around Delaware here on the new program, Inside Delaware, and thank you very much for the opportunity to do that. I really appreciate.
Aren't you Donna Cavender?
Why, yes, I am.
You're famous. Your voice is everywhere.
Well, I don't know. Aren't you Dave Skosic?
I am, and I heard that you're going to start a show called Inside Delaware.
You're absolutely right, Inside Delaware. And you have your show?
And I'm going to look for your show, and you people better watch it.
All right, Dave, thank you very much. Okay, that's the first show, Inside Delaware. I'm Donna Cavender. Thanks for watching.
Blue Rocks Baseball is your ticket for fun, affordable family entertainment. Come enjoy the fun-filled atmosphere for the entire family. There's great food, fireworks, giveaways, and of course, Rocky Bluewinkle and Mr. Celery, and much, much more. So don't strike out with your family. To catch one of those exciting games, call 888-BLUE or log on to www.bluerocks.com. Help cheer your Blue Rocks on to another championship.
Bully Rock, the legendary Pete Dye course, is open for the season. Come play one of the top tracks in the nation, just off I-95, centrally located between Wilmington and Baltimore in Havre de Grace, Maryland. The best has gotten even better with its expanded clubhouse and putting greens to the 5-star restaurants and banquet facilities. There isn't a better place to hold your corporate event or private party. The course has never been in better shape or more challenging, so call 410-939-8887 today for the experience of a lifetime.